There's a storm coming, Harry. We'd all best be ready when she does.
Azkaban Prison is probably the most detailed location in the Harry Potter series that was never once seen in the books. Rowling later released a lot of detail on its origin and how it came to be. While developing the prison, she said that she derived the name Azkaban from a mixture of the real-life prison Alcatraz and Abaddon, which is a Hebrew word meaning place of destruction or depths of hell. Alcatraz also bears a close resemblance to Azkaban, as both are on an island and both are known to be ruthless facilities. In this video, I'm going to explain the origin of Azkaban Prison. Azkaban was created in the 15th century, but was not originally a prison. It was most likely created by a little-known sorcerer named Exgrisdus. It's not confirmed that he was the one to build it, but it is known that he was the first one to ever inhabit it. Its location has never been seen on a map by muggles or wizards. Exgrisdus was extremely powerful and insane. He actively engaged in the worst kinds of dark magic. He lured, tortured, and killed muggle sailors for pleasure. He added concealment charms around the fortress so that the Ministry could not find it. But when he died, those charms faded away, and the Ministry discovered both the island and the fortress. Those who entered to investigate refused to talk about what they had seen inside. The reason for this was not the prison itself, but what was inside of it: Dementors.
Dementors are vicious creatures. They will not distinguish between the one they hunt and the one who gets in their way. It is not in the nature of a Dementor to be forgiving.
They infested the entire fortress. The very walls of the building gave off misery and pain thanks to these creatures. Many people higher up in the wizarding world thought that it was an evil place that should be destroyed, but some worried of what would happen to the Dementors after their home was taken from them. The creatures were incredibly strong and impossible to kill, and many feared that they would take revenge. Experts that studied buildings built with dark magic said that nothing but disaster would come of destroying the fortress. It was therefore left abandoned for many years and remained the home of the continually breeding Dementors. At the time, the Ministry had small wizarding prisons scattered across the country, but when the International Statute of Secrecy was imposed, these scattered prisons posed a security risk. This was especially true when witches and wizards would try to break out, causing loud bangs, smells, and light shows that easily attracted unwanted Muggle attention. Around that time, they started developing a new prison facility. Damclas Roll became Minister for Magic. He had risen to power with an anti-Muggle agenda, capitalizing on the wizarding community's anger of being forced underground. Sadistic by nature, Roll scrapped the plans for the new prison at once, and insisted on using Azkaban as the new prison. He said that the Dementors could be a tool for the Ministry, and that they could be harnessed as guards. He said that this would save the Ministry a lot of time and money by not having to hire human guards or having to build a new facility. Many experts on both Dementors and buildings built with dark magic disagreed with his decision, but Roll carried out his plan anyway. The Minister for Magic that followed Roll was also pro-Azkaban. Eldridge Diggory took office after him, who, fun fact, is most likely related to Cedric and his father, Amos Diggory.
This strapping young lad must be Cedric, am I right?
By the time Eldridge Diggory had taken over, the prison had been there for 15 years, and had no breakouts and no security breaches. When Diggory went to see the prison for himself, he was appalled at the conditions. Most prisoners had gone insane, and they had built a huge graveyard to accommodate those that had died of despair because of the Dementors. Diggory tried to explore other options for imprisonment besides Azkaban, or at least get rid of the Dementors. Experts told him, however, that the only reason Dementors were staying at Azkaban was because they were giving them constant supply of souls to feed on. They said if he stopped giving them prisoners, they would leave Azkaban and go out to the mainland. Their thought process was better criminals than the innocent. Diggory, still horrified by what he had seen, told the committee to find alternatives, but before they could reach a decision, Diggory died of dragonpox. Hephaestus Gore took office after him, and he reversed everything that Diggory had said. He renovated and reinforced the prison to make it even harder to break out. No minister after that considered closing or changing Azkaban after Gore. It had worked for many years with no breaches and no escapes. Anyone that questioned the moral grounds of the prison would be shut down, justifying the prison based on its perfect record of keeping prisoners locked up. However, that perfect track record was broken 3 centuries later when Barty Crouch Jr. was smuggled out of prison. Barty Crouch Sr. and his dying wife went into Azkaban to visit their son. Barty Crouch Jr. and his mother then switched places. The Dementors, being blind, couldn't see the switch, but could only sense one dying person coming in, his mother, and one dying person coming out, Barty Crouch Jr. The second person to escape from the prison was Sirius Black. He managed to evade the Dementors by transforming into his animagus form, a dog. Dementors couldn't sense animals as well as they could sense humans. When the prison really failed, it was when Voldemort took over for the second time. All of the Dementors joined him at the start of the Second Wizarding War. They left the prison to do Voldemort's bidding, as he promised them more souls to feed on. This allowed for 2 mass Death Eater breakouts.
We have confirmed that 10 high security prisoners in the early hours of yesterday evening did escape.
After the Battle of Hogwarts, Kingsley Shacklebolt was made the new Minister for Magic, and he purged the prison of all Dementors. He made Aurors the new guards, and they rotated their shifts from the prison to the mainland. This system worked well, as there have been no breakouts reported since Shacklebolt's new system was instated. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button to help grow the channel. You can follow me on social media. Links are in the description.
Brilliant.